Hello and welcome to day 6 of Vlogmas. I have just got home. I've just picked the kids up from school, so if you can hear background noise, that's the kids. They are currently making Christmas decorations out of paper because Arthur learnt how to do it at school today. So I'm sure once they've finished it, they might share it with you. But I thought I'd share the veg box. We get a veg box from our local, well, not our local farm, from a farm in Fife, so relatively local to us. And we really enjoy it. We get very different things from week to week. And I know last Vlogmas, you enjoyed seeing what we got in our veg box, so I thought I would share it with you. You make some noise bringing it across. This week, we got leeks. I love leeks. We have actually got some leeks in the garden as well because we planted some out this year. So we have an abundance of leeks, but fortunately they're a really useful vegetable. We got pak choy. Pak choy is always good. It doesn't go down well with the kids, but Tom and I like it. So I will do some kind of stir fry or something with the pak choy. What else have we got? Ooh, interesting. So this, now we've had this once before and this is really interesting, and actually I've got to get it out of the bag because it really shows off what it is this week. These are sprout tops. So if you know how a Brussels sprout grows, it grows on a big long stem, and all the Brussels sprouts, you can just kind of see them in there, grow on the stem, and then this is the top of that stem. This is the sprout tops. And it's like cabbage, basically. So you just eat the leaves. There's like a heart in there. It's like a giant Brussels sprout. But yeah, you treat it like cabbage, and it's really nice actually. I'm really fussy with leafed vegetables. I don't really like kale. I don't like lettuce, but cabbage I can cope with. I love a Savoy cabbage and a white cabbage, and I love red cabbage. But anything that's kind of a bit too leafy, I don't like kale or spinach, anything that's also got that bitterness. But we had this the other week and really enjoyed it. Yeah, but it was a first time seeing it for us, so I thought it's an interesting vegetable. I like that it uses all of the plant as well, because last year we got a Christmas veg box from the same place. We won't be doing that this year because we're going away for Christmas this year. But we got a proper big long sprout stem in that. But it's nice to know that they're utilising more than just the sprout stem, that they're also sending out the sprout tops that people can then eat. So there we are. That was probably the most interesting vegetable in the box. What else have we got? We've got onions. Can never go wrong with onions. We've got potatoes. We always get a bag of potatoes. So some nice lovely spuds in there. And then we've got, I'm trying to work out. Now, I know they said celeriac. So that's the celeriac. It's really muddy. That's the celeriac. We love celeriac. It's really nice sauteed with a bit of lemon and thyme. If you've never had celeriac, just cut it into like cubes and saute it with some lemon and thyme, and it's lovely. So that's the celeriac. And then I think it said on the list that the other thing was golden beetroot. So I'm guessing that's what this is. This is the golden beetroot. We've had the golden beetroot before. It is lovely. We love to roast beetroot. So obviously wash it off and peel it and just roast it with a bit of oil. A normal beetroot, Tom puts a bit of fennel in, which is really nice. But yeah, I don't know about the golden beetroot, we'll see. But that will definitely go and get roasted up. So yeah, that's what's in our veg box. Have you got any recipe suggestions? Because that would be great. Have you come across sprout tops before? And if so, what have you done with them? Or is it as new a vegetable to you as it was to me when we got it the other week? I love that we've got some little sprouts on there as well. That's really fun. And any recommendations for celeriac, because we love celeriac, to be fair. We do celeriac puree sometimes as well, and as I said, we often saute it with lemon and thyme. But if you've got any ideas, any suggestions for us to try something new, that would be great. So yeah, that's our veg box. I am going to just sort a few little bits and pieces out around the house. And then I'm hoping that I might get a chance to go upstairs and sit down and just do a little bit of knitting. And I thought we'd have a little knit and natter.
and Jasper made this giant snowflake star thing out of paper today. It's really simple and easy to make. I'm sure there'll be multiple tutorials on YouTube on how to make them. But here, we just made all these separate little bits. If I could get... Here, Jasper was making some smaller ones. We just got all these separate little bits. Putting them together to make this. We'll use 7. You can also do them for like 6 as well. The more you add, the harder it'll be to tape together. Helen helped me tape it together a bit at like these bits because we were meant to use staples, but we didn't have any staplers.
Okay, I just thought for today we could have a little knit and natter, basically. I'm going to sit and work on my Habitation throw, which I started yesterday with my Lonely Knitter Advent calendar. I'm really glad I made that decision. I'm really enjoying this pattern. It is just the mindlessness that I needed, even with those little eyelet rows. And I know that I am going to love the finished project. A Habitation throw has been on my list for absolutely ages, and yeah, I think it's going to be perfect. I'm doing the larger version, so the idea is that I'll use up the entire 20 gram mini, which does mean that I know I'm not going to keep up with this at all. We're already on the 5th of December and I'm still on day 1 of it. There's no way I'm going to keep up with this. 20 grams is also a lot of knitting to fit in. Especially when you're working full time and you've got family and commitments and things like that. I generally only really get a little bit of time, maybe in the afternoon if I've not got too much admin to do, and then the evening, and our evenings aren't long, to get any knitting done. So yeah, I know I'm not going to keep up with it, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I'm just going to enjoy it. It's just going to be a cozy thing to work on throughout December, basically. There were a couple of things I did want to chat about whilst I've got you sitting and knitting. Tom and I often do a Q&A video during December. It's a traditional part of Vlogmas. We usually sit down together with a mulled wine or something like that, and we do a Q&A video. But I need questions. So please start getting your questions into me. Questions can be anything really, from the most ridiculous questions you can think of to everyday kind of questions. Questions you might have about the business, questions you might have about us as a family, like all kinds of questions. Obviously we will filter them slightly. Although to be fair, I don't think we've ever had a question submitted that we've looked at and gone, oh, we're not answering that on YouTube, because everybody knows that we're not going to answer deeply personal questions. But it's always really, really good fun. There's usually a load of jokey questions which are quite fun to answer, and we usually get to have a nice chat about some interesting bits and pieces as well. We generally pre-record that one and use it. I'm just getting to the end of the row, which means I need to think. We usually pre-record that one and use it for one of the days when we are travelling. So it's quite handy to have a couple of pre-recorded videos for those days, because the last thing you want is a video of us spending 6 hours in a car with children for 2 days. Yeah, you really don't want, I don't want to do it. You don't want to have to spend it with us. So yeah, get your questions in. You can send me questions in various different ways. You can, if you drop them below this video, or drop them below any of the videos in YouTube. So if you come up with one in the next few days, if you just precursor it in the comment with Q&A, so like if you do like a Q, the ampersand for and A, then I can actually filter all the comments for anything that features that, basically. If you don't do that, don't worry, I'll still find them. It's not a problem. I've been reading the comments and keeping up with all the comments anyway, so I will just make a note of them as I come across them. But just let me know in the comments that it is a question designed for the Q&A video as opposed to a question that you just want me to answer in the comments. And that would be great. But also feel free to send them to me on YouTube. No, we are on YouTube. Feel free to send them to me on Instagram or Discord or any of those places. We do have, if you are new to my channel through Vlogmas, I do have a Discord community. It's always linked underneath the videos, so you can find it there. But it's a lovely place. Come and share your projects. We've got various different threads. We also talk about books and all kinds of different stuff over there. So if you're new and you want to come and join, then that would be lovely. And yeah, Q&A. That was one of the big things I wanted to talk about. And then the other thing, I had some questions for you. So I am in the process of planning my yarn clubs for next year. I am doing 2 yarn clubs, as has worked well for me for the last few years. So I'm going to be doing a mini skein club and a sock club because that seems to work the best for me. So sock club wise, we are doing a Wonderland sock club inspired this year by Alice in Wonderland. So I'm really excited about that. I've wanted to do an Alice in Wonderland sock club for ages, and I'm really looking forward to kind of ploughing through the book and finding all my inspirations and everything like that. But each month will be inspired by something from Alice in Wonderland, with the book version, obviously, being that most of my yarns are inspired by literature. But yeah, I'm hoping to get mood boards and stuff like that, at least for the first few months, sorted out. And then mini club wise, I am doing sweet shop minis this year. So the idea is that you will have a kind of, each month I will just dye up a load of really fun, kind of colourful, probably more on the pastel tone, so pastel to mid-tones, but colourful, variegated and speckled colourways, which will just all go beautifully together to create whatever you decide to create with it, really. But in my brain, I'm creating a blanket with it. Yeah, it will just be a really fun mini club of kind of pastel, sweet themed goodness throughout the year. But my questions to you, because I have, again, I've got to the end of the row and I need to think. I am now on the wrong side. Let me start the row, because once I'm on the garter stitch bit where I'm just knitting, I can do that while I'm talking. But when I've got to do the I-cord edge bit, I need to think about what I'm doing for the I-cord edge bit before. Right, now we're just onto the knitting. That's fine. Yeah, my questions to you about the clubs are, first off, subscriptions. Do you want me? So at the moment and in previous years, as if you're one of the people who's bought my clubs in the past, you'll know, what I tend to do is the clubs are available to purchase individually month by month throughout the year. So you can dip in and out as you please. You're not committed at all. If you see one month and you just like the colour inspiration, you can order that month without any commitment at all. And I will definitely keep that as an option. I also offer a 3-month option. So at the beginning of January, you can order the whole of the first quarter, basically. And then you can choose whether you want those to be shipped out monthly to you or whether you want them to be held and shipped at the end of the quarter. That option is particularly there for my international customers because it saves on shipping fees for them and on customs handling fees and stuff if you're in a country where you might have to deal with customs. So my other option is to set up a subscription whereby you pay 1 month and then you sign up for the subscription and you just auto pay for the rest of the year. I've always hesitated to do that. Jasper's come in. Hello, Jasper. I've always hesitated to do that because it's daft. It's daft that I've hesitated because I really like I use them. I've signed up to subscriptions to other yarn people and things like that, and I don't have an issue with it. But I don't know, it just, I worry that it's an easy way for somebody who can't afford something to keep paying for something that maybe they shouldn't be paying for, and I don't know, but that's just, I don't know. So let me know, would you like the option to do a subscription like that? Or are you happy with the way that I do it so far? Let me know. So that's question number 1. Question number 2 is, how many minis do you want in the mini club? So normally I do 5 minis. I was wondering this year about offering an option for 3 minis. Do I want to offer both though? I'm tempted to give you a choice of either 3 or 5. You'll still have an option of 10 gram or 20 gram. But I'm tempted to give you a choice of 3 or 5. The only thing would mean that obviously if you go for the 3, you won't get to choose which 3 I send you. I will just pick 3 and I'll just each month I'll be like, right, that's the 3 and then these are the 2 extras for the 5. So yeah, what do you think? 3 or 5 or both? I'm tempted to just offer both so that there's a variance in the affordability of the options. Does that make sense? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm getting to the point now where I probably need to wrap this up because I've nearly talked for 10 minutes. European customers, you may have seen lots of stuff on the internet around this new general product safety regulations that are coming into place. I am actively in the process of sorting out getting compliant for it. I've got a company to sign up for and everything like that. It won't be happening in December. It will probably be mid-January before I get it sorted. So if you're wanting to sign up for my clubs, then drop me an email. And I'll add you to the list, and then once all my compliance and everything has come through and it's all been sorted, I can invoice you then, and we'll do the order and everything then. But at least I'll have you on my list so you won't miss out for January. And the perk of that, although you'll have to wait until January before you can order anything again, the one perk that will come with that, hopefully, is that I'm hopefully also going to become IOSS registered, which means that what you pay when you order from me on my website will be the final amount. You won't also get VAT and customs and stuff added once it arrives in your country. So yeah, there is a perk, but there's a lot of admin. It's a busy time of year and I can't get it sorted out by the 13th of December, but I know what I'm doing and I am actively going to try and get it sorted out. I just need to give myself some time, basically. So yeah. Right, while I've got a little snuggly bear here, shall we do joke of the day?
What do snowmen wear on their heads?
I don't know. What do snowmen wear on their heads?
Ice caps.
Very good. Well done. Can you sit up a little bit? Squishing me. Thank you very, very much for watching. And we will see you all again tomorrow. Oh, when Tom and I will be spending the day at the studio getting it all ready for the craft day this weekend.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Actually, that is a really good point. If you are new and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then please do hit that thumbs up button because it really helps the visibility of my videos and it really, really helps the channel. And if you do want to subscribe, then that would be amazing. And if you click the little bell icon when you do subscribe, then you'll get notifications whenever I upload a new video. So yeah, all of that kind of stuff. Thank you very much for watching and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.